Hey, it's Jeannie Blaha, your angel cowgirl out of Colorado with Take a Walk with Your Angels and joyflames.com. Thank you for this question. I really appreciate all of your very earnest, straightforward queries, and I am not opposed to answering any questions. Um, this one in particular strikes a big chord in me, of course, and that is why don't you talk about the catastrophes and the disasters that are happening directly? Why do you kind of bend around and talk about some other things around it? Well, so your insights might be, or your thoughts might be, maybe am I numbed out? Am I in some kind of la la land? Am I asleep for it somehow? Just not able to take it on directly? Um, no, no. I actually, because as an intuitive, as many of you are, and many of you are connecting to your intuition, the information I'm receiving is sometimes years in advance regarding these events, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 10 years in advance. Can you imagine if I go with that information that I'm hearing and allowed that to become how I responded to everything? It would tear me apart, right? I mean, who wouldn't it? um, so as far as that goes, as far as being numbed out or checked out for it, no. And in fact, I usually feel it really intensely a few days prior. It takes for me in a form of a headache, and it's very intense. And with that is the information of this event that we've been telling you about is just about here. What does my frequency do in that? I get very sad at first because I can feel that out of a lot of illusion and deception, there will be a great loss of life and a devaluing of sense of life. And it's hard. I mean, I get it. It's hard when you think about that. And if you, as many of you are doing, wanting so much to go forward with your love on the planet and really amp this planet up and wake people up. Yes. But this is why I don't talk about it. What I found over many years is that if I did pool my energy there in talking about it, getting really angry about it, getting depressed about it, full of anxiety or, in my case, angst, anguish, I found that my frequency did this, just spiraled down. And I knew that my exhaustion was coming next, and then that feeling of just paralyzation where you don't even know what to do. How can you do anything when it might be 1,000 miles away from you? Or it involves people that you would not ever come in contact with because of your frequency is so much different than that mindset. So what I did is I took it upon myself to make sure that my frequency didn't spiral down, that I didn't allow myself to get stuck in that 50 zone of frequency of depression where if we keep talking about it, it's just building and building, and then it often even goes into rage and anger that gets internalized and then turns into illness, cancer, lymphatic stuff, blood things, heart attacks, you name it. So this is precisely why I don't talk about it. I take all of my energy and I just direct it immediately towards solutions. I stay out of the problems. I stay out of the dwelling on everything that's not working, that there is things are falling apart, and I redirect as fast as I can and shoot it up into this other frequencies of love or above that, where we can draw in people that are able to attend, that do have the power, that they do have the position to be able to attend to these things, to draw the light into it in a very talk about expression, huh? That are able to get it out to the world in a way that helps us all evolve, helps humanity come into their clarity, into their truth. I'm here, I know, that to help people power back on and up. I'm not here to be dwelling in those frequencies that just keep pulling everything down and down. So it's really important as my responsibility, my ability to respond is in keeping my frequency shifting up and helping others to do the same so that we can reclaim our minds, reclaim our power, and know that we do have the say. We are all co-creators here, and we, if we're going to lose ourselves in this mesh of all of that anguish, as I said, the depression, a lot of grief, all those are super slow frequencies. They're very dense. It's very challenging to get any solutions through those. Compassion, on the other end, is way up on the scale. So we can have absolute compassion. If you are looking at somebody and you think, oh, how come they're not talking about it? It doesn't mean they're not caring. It may mean they're caring like crazy for the planet. And their frequency, they are very conscious and awake to the fact that they got to keep their frequency shooting up in order to help the most amount of people. Did you know, for example, that when you hold and maintain a frequency of love, you affect 750,000 people at the same time? Whereas if we're in a depression mode and we stay in that swamp of really slow frequencies, our impact is much diminished. So this is to all of you who have questioned that, and to all of you that are holding your frequencies and spiraling them, spinning them up, and contributing in a way that this whole planet is going to amp up. I really appreciate all of you. I send you much gratitude and peace. Keep on keeping on. You are not an unfeeling person. It's the other end of the spectrum. Take care of yourselves, restore, revitalize this, get out in nature, do things that really juice you back up again so that you can hold that space with others and help them do it too. All right? Love you lots. This is Jeannie Blaha of Colorado. Take a walk with your angels. EnjoyFlames.com. Love you.